This is something important to me, and I'm about to talk to a gentleman from a really important group who I'm happy to give support to and have for some time. Grieving families are demanding answers from the New South Wales government as the long overdue Law Reform Commission report into serious road crimes remains unreleased, leaving them trapped in a legal system that prioritises offenders over victims. 1 year after submissions were made, families are still waiting without justice, without accountability, and without the reform they were promised. Chairperson of the Road Trauma Support Group in New South Wales, Tom Dar, says, in December, I was told by the New South Wales Law Reform Commission this report was coming within the next month or so. Here we are several months later still waiting. Meanwhile, grieving families are left to pick up the pieces of their shattered lives while offenders walk free or receive insultingly light sentences. This is not just a delay, it's a betrayal. The chairperson is Tom Dar, who's on the line. G'day, Tom.
G'day, Luke. How are you?
I'm well, mate. It's good to talk to you again. I'm a great supporter of everyone in your group. I think you do such important work, but this is astonishing. I guess you're beyond astonished, are you?
Well, look, we are disappointed. Look, can I just go back a little bit? The then Attorney General Mark Speakman in 2022 asked for this report, and I understand, government works slow, but this report has been finished by the Law Reform Commission. They have sent it to the Attorney General, so the Attorney General has it. Now, we are asking the Attorney General to release this report. Now, the government is required to table this report within 14 sitting days. And until the Attorney General tables this report, the Law Reform Commission won't release it on their website. Now, if we need this report so we can see what are the recommendations of the Law Reform Commission. Now, if we do nothing and we don't change legislation, people are going to continue to die on our roads. Now, we are ready, willing and able to work with the government. But if Michael Daly is sitting on this report and he has had it for more than 14 sitting days, that is a disgrace. That is an insult to the families who put in submissions. Now, Luke, when you put in a submission of this type, it takes you back to day one. It reopens your wounds. And all the members of the Road Trauma Support Group have put in submissions because they don't want anyone else to go through the same suffering and pain and trauma that we have been through. Yep. So I asked the Attorney General, how long have you had this report? Release it so we can work together to bring down these road deaths.
I just want to make the obvious point, but again reinforce one or two of the things you say. Fatal road crimes, and I'll ask Tom to address the language about how this is often reporting, because we often don't when we talk about a motor vehicle accident. So I'll go back and I'll say fatal road crimes, 67% of grieving families feel the justice system prioritises offenders over victims. Now, just for a moment, allow you to imagine that you've lost someone close to you and to go through the system and realise that in majority it appears to those who suffer such loss, they're at a disadvantage compared to the person who did the offending. I mean, that's an appalling state of play. 71% of fatal road crimes involve reckless driving and or speeding, yet many offenders receive home detention or suspended sentences. We were saying before, you continue doing the same thing and expect a different outcome. We know what that is. 64% of the state's residents believe drivers responsible for fatal road crimes should be charged with vehicular manslaughter. I could not agree more, or worse. And we can't have the families of victims left behind. That's the point we want to make here, Tom, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely, 100% correct. See, look, the problem that we've had, the justice system looks at death on the road where the weapon is a motor vehicle as a lesser crime than someone losing their life where a gun or a knife or fists have been used. It is not a lesser crime. The outcome is the same. The pain and suffering that the families go through is the same. Being killed on the road due to a driver affected by drugs or alcohol or speeding, it's one of the most brutal ways that you can die, Luke. And we are asking for a new serious road crime act that includes vehicular manslaughter. It is no different. The weapon is a motor vehicle, and we need the justice system to acknowledge that and start handing down serious sentences. We're sick and tired of these pathetic sentences where offenders get home detention or a licence disqualification or intensive correction orders. You would never see that where someone has lost their life where a gun or a knife has been used. Yeah. And this is why we need legislation change. And until we can get that report, until the Attorney General tables that report, people will continue to die. And so I ask the Attorney General, how long have you had this report for?
Yeah.
And release it, table it so it can be released so we can all work together.
Yeah, great words. And so, Tom, thanks a lot for your time, mate. Always good to talk to you and promote what you're saying, the Road Trauma Support Group. He's the chairperson. And look, and Tom's made the call. Chris Minns. Now, Chris, Premier, it's fairly obvious that, at least in federal politics, I support the coalition, but I've been staunch in my support of your government, a Labor government, and your premiership. I think there's been a couple of missteps, but I reckon you've done some pretty good things. And I think largely the people of New South Wales would support you. And I think largely the people of New South Wales couldn't identify the opposition leader or the front bench and have no interest in doing so. But, mate, if I can call you mate, Premier, this is just so damned important to people who've already been through enough. Come on, Premier, get the Attorney General to do the right thing. Or I might say, what the hell is he hiding? What is going on here? Get it done. Premier, this is something you should do today. On behalf of these people who've been through enough.